Watch so much cheering no man. And he girl now left just 2 weeks back and she gone now. Now right now she didn't have it. Me no week or this stuff like this I'm just at me not kami nakap na ulat retin ni gani kanin tayo wala yung tayo to mayroon po naman
So the Ganesh Kodak is coming to you from Susdag, the Kurukururu area, where a minibus driver has been brutally murdered. You can see the body laid out on the ground just in front of police investigators there. And I can tell you it is a gruesome scene because of the fact that I've seen photos. I've seen photos of the individual throat being slashed. This area is just as you come up the Linden Susdyke Highway from the Susdyke Junction, just to come up the first hill, coming into the north, would be this area. What is called this area? What is this name?
Sandpit.
Sandpit. So this area is called Sandpit, and it is
Patterson Sandpit.
Patterson Sandpit. So it is a branch off of the Kurukururu area, and the individual who lies on the ground name is known as Marcus, and he is said to have been attacked by 3 individuals who had in the past have issues with him and actually attacked him in the past and cut open his stomach. The individual who has been brutally murdered here, witnesses claim he was attacked by 3 individuals. Police have the grandmother of the suspect in custody, and Marcus, a bus driver of this minibus here, the minibus doors are still open, lives in this small wooden house here, said to live here with his young kids. So it's very, very unfortunate situation here now, where he who is obviously the breadwinner for this home has been brutally murdered. Witnesses to the scene claim to have seen who the suspects are. That information has been passed on to family members and the police. Police have the grandmother of 3 suspects who are said to be brothers and who have attacked the individual called him Marcus, brutally attacked and murdered him. This is said that this is where the attack started, and if you look carefully, you'll see blood stains on the ground. There's blood stains when the investigators closed the door just now. There's blood stains on the door, and you see investigators are putting down their small yellow markers. Those are spots that would identify blood spots or weapons of some sort or evidence of some sort that will facilitate the police with their investigation. These are crime scene investigators presently examining the body, and there are some other individuals, family members, being interviewed. For those of you who have just tuned into Daybreak News with the Guyanese Critic, I'm coming to you from Patterson Sandpit, Linden Soosdijk, Kurukururu area, just off the Linden Soosdijk Highway. And this is, just to give you a bearing of where you are, is when you come up the first hill. Let's say you head into Splashman. Kurukururu would be the first community on your left hand side. So you come in the road and there's a cutoff at the side of Kurukururu, and if you look, this is a hilly area. So that is that pattern you're seeing there. I am on a hilly area, overlooking lower areas. I'm on a hill here, and there's even a higher hill at the back there. That white line you're seeing there is just over the horizon. So for those of you who've just tuned into Daybreak News, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you live from Patterson Sandpit area, just next door or in the vicinity of the Kurukururu area. One of the first communities on the Linden Soosdijk Highway. As soon you come up from the junction, where an individual only identified so far as Marcus, who is a bus driver, a 42 bus driver, was brutally murdered. Eyewitnesses claim by 3 individuals who he had problems with in the past. Crime scene investigators are presently combing the scene, and as you see, the demarcated or the marked areas, spots are what police see as evidence. And this is where the individual Marcus lived, and he was said to have come home, parked the bus either he owns or works, and was in his place of abode, a small wooden structure here, when he was attacked by 3 individuals and brutally murdered. I can tell you brutal in the sense because of the fact that I have viewed photographs of the body, although I have not gone closer than here, since this is the police line. So I haven't gone in, I haven't been here to see the body, but I've seen photographs, and I can tell you the throat of this individual has been slit. I've seen a gash from one ear straight across the throat, and this would obviously have been a brutal attack on this individual that has led up to his demise, unfortunately. A number of villages have since come out, and a number of persons, and this is a very scattered kind of community. So you might be 4 or 5 houses away and not know unless somebody calls you and tell you. You got people coming from behind. You see the lights, torch lights, since there's a lot of trackways and so would be leading to houses around here. So you got people coming from the back. If you see those lights that are coming there, those people coming from far off areas who heard what has transpired and are coming to see. So for those of you who've just tuned in to Daybreak News, in wrapping up, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from the Linden-Susdyke Highway, the Kurukuru area, Patterson, Sandpit area. And this is just, you come up the first hill on the Linden-Susdyke Highway to your left. It's a community. You come into the Kurukuru area and then you come off a little on the beaten path. It's a little sand trail, a sparsely populated area. You got houses, you know, scattered all about the place. Not necessarily our house lot set up, more of a village type of community. You have a case where a bus driver, I ain't get the bus number, but it's a Route 42 bus known as Marcus. Some persons were saying earlier he's a very cool, collective guy. Witnesses claim that he was murdered by somebody he had an altercation with before. He was attacked by 3 family members, which he had an encounter with before, and he was chapped about his body, but he survived that. Unfortunately, in this case, tonight, when he came home, went into his abode, a small wooden structure here, he's said to have lived in. When he came in here, he was attacked by these individuals. He was brutally chapped about his body, and I can tell you from photographs that I've seen, he has a gash from one ear across his throat, and he seemed to have run in that direction, heading back to his bus, when he fell right where police are now examining the body and have since commenced their investigation. The Guyanese Critic coming to you for Daybreak News from Patterson, Sandpit, Linden-Susdyke Highway. When more information has been forthcoming and the police has issued a statement, I will be updating the Guyanese public and the world at large.